I'm just testing it. Producers, man, I don't know. I'm just testing. I'm just testing.
You're tuned in to Just Testing, Southeastern Minnesota's brand new source for great music and music news. We'll be showing you some rockin' music videos, and you'll hear about the latest releases. Plus, we'll tell you where your favorite bands are going to be playing in your area and when. Today, on a special edition of Just Testing, we present an interview with Glen Buxton, original lead guitarist for the Alice Cooper Group. We visited him at his home in Iowa, and he had some great stories to tell. Be sure to stay tuned for that. First up on Just Testing, par for the course, is music. Showcasing another up-and-coming local band, we present Roadhouse performing live at the Office Bar in their hometown of Owatonna. Here's an original Roadhouse tune called Ireland. Coming up on Just Testing, the first part of our visit with original Alice Cooper guitarist Glen Buxton. Right now, though, here's a look at upcoming album releases that you might find interesting, provided by Face the Music in Rochester. And now, with our special guest interview from Clarion, Iowa, here's Lonesome Roadie Dave Hoagland.
Hi, I'm Dave Hoagland, and we're at the home of Glen Buxton, original guitarist with Alice Cooper. Let's go up and see what he's up to. Let's go this way.
Are you going?
Yep. That's okay, makes a good practice. We still practice? I think there better be practice. Yeah. I'll get it anyway. Is Glen Buxton in here?
Yeah, well, who else would be in this small room? Wait a minute. Dave, right?
Yeah, Dave Hoagland.
Darn, I remembered a name.
From the show Just Testing. We thought we'd stop by and see what you're up to. Well, we're gonna let you kind of give us a tour of the room here, and anything you got here you'd like to show us.
You have the biggest star of them all, of course. This is my my wall of stars. Well, there's me. We got the Beatles. We got them all up here. Eddie, John Lennon's Rickenbacker. Boy, cut my big toe off for that. Robbie Krieger, a good friend of mine from the Doors. There's his axe, and Beck, and Page, and well, you can read, can't you? Then we have the Nas. That was the Alice Coops almost, except we were the Nas. We got the Brando Man. We got the best thing that ever happened to me right there. Her name is Lori, soon to be Buxton. And there's a clock. And there's the Clarion Police Department. They have 50 sheriffs for 2,000 people. Pretty soon, everybody's gonna have their own cop. It'll be great. This is cautionary here, mainly for sport. I wouldn't talk about her. The flesh is weak. We just pan around. This is sort of the inside of my brain, over here and under there. That's why I spend a lot of time in here. I'm one of the only people that have an 8-track tape. There's Marlon Brando again. Where's that Marilyn Brando? Or Brando Monroe? Well, there he is again, son of a gun. And here's my little cabinet. And this is where I do my, whatever I do. When I do what I do it here. Most of the time. This is my little collage. Just as it strikes me, I pump it up there. Oh, what a baby sale. You can buy those babies. They're on sale at Kmart now. That's what I thought they meant. I thought, why buy a baby? And that's the tour of the big old cold room. We call it affectionately known as the cold room. Actually, it's cold room because it don't get warmed. This is formerly Vince Fournier, who became Alice. We called the earwigs in the beginning. John Rhythm, Glen lead, that'd be me, Dennis bass, and Vince on vocal, later known as Alice Cooper, and then a drummer that moved to Alaska and never heard from again. Here's the very first tambourine that Vince, or Alice per se, used. He painted it backwards, so it'd show up here, and it really shows up better this way when we were the earwigs, however that might go. When we graduated from high school after the earwigs, we started playing a club called the VIP. It was the hot spot in Phoenix to play. Of course, there was only 2 spots to play in Phoenix, so the hottest one wasn't that big a deal, really. And this is card entitles holder to all special VIP events. if you pay. That's in small print. Here's the Spiders. When we went to the VIP in summer '65, we changed name to the Spiders, and there we are. What a good-looking bunch of weirds, huh? And if you want to see some real class psychedelics, look at that, man. Look at that. The Spiders. Maybe I shouldn't say this, but my parents' phone number is still the same.
We'll be right back to reminisce with Glenn about his early days with the Alice Cooper Band, including a few comments on the late Frank Zappa and Jim Morrison of The Doors. But first, if you're looking for places to see some great music in your area, and we know you are, here's a list of what'll be happening at local hotspots in Rochester, Austin, and Albert Lea.
Started out just like any day. Got up, got ready. Nothing better to do anyway. Hit the streets rockin' steady. My horoscope said I should have stayed in bed. Well, I guess I should have listened to what it said. Another bad day, and it was straight ahead. Yeah. I went to work like I always do. I'm just doing my time. Well, it's a grind and I'm way behind. I need my attitude to realign. At the end of the day, I was on my way. Thought I'd stop for a few, cause I always do. And then a few more is when I hit the floor. Hey, I got blitzed by 9, home by 10. I guess I'm gonna have to just learn to say when I came home with a dime, I left with a 10. Blitzed by 9, let's do it again, yeah, yeah.
You're watching Just Testing, Southeastern Minnesota's brand new source for live music and music news. Stay tuned for another original tune from Roadhouse, plus a look at upcoming big-name concerts in our area. Now here's part 2 of our interview with original Alice Cooper guitarist, Glenn Buxton.
Glad to talk about the early days. Who were some of your early influences when you first started playing?
Actually, for me, the Beach Boys was the first real band that I got into myself. Then the Cooper thing come about through a talent show from the Letterman's Club at Cortez High School. Letterman had no talent, and I wasn't a Letterman. I taught people how to smoke and how to hold their liquor, when I was 13. Well, 86 that for Mom, but when the band was really together, we tried to play Beatles songs, and they were too complicated for us. What chord is that, So the Stones come along. We thought, hey, 3 chords, this is a snap, and so we started out with doing a lot of Rolling Stones. Then the Kinks come along, and yeah, 2 chords, wow. So we got to jump into that real good. There was basically the Alice Cooper band. We changed the names, though. We started out as the Earwigs, which, I don't know if you know or not, it's a little bug about this long. Water scorpions, they call them. They have little pinchers on the back, and they, just like a scorpion, they come on and pinch you, and they itch, and if you step on them, they stink. You can't win with them. So we figured that it's the Beatles will be the stinking, sticky bugs. That was close as we could get. Then we went to the Spiders, in about 1965. We'd been together about 3 years by then.
Were you ever involved in very much of the songwriting?
Actually, we all were. Alice was the word man. He really could turn a phrase, as it were, and I used to do the guitar licks, and then Mike Bruce would come up with the chord changes, and Dennis, of course, bass parts, and Neil with the drumming. So yeah, it worked out well. We really all did contribute to the song, all the songs.
Do you have a favorite album, or which album would you consider your best?
The one I like best is really School's Out album, because I had a lot of freedom on it. I had a couple of actually just like a jazz jam, which I always kind of liked jazz and all the chords, the different chord changes for jazz. We did a song on there called Blue Turk. It was about blues, a jazz band, like at 4 in the morning, playing a club where there's 5 people there. We could relate to that from the early days, And the song was, 8 minutes long, and I had like a 4-minute freedom solo. I always liked that. Yeah, I had fun with it.
What would you say has been the highlight of your career? Was there anything that
Through it. What do you think, man? Well, I've got one thing that stands out was when we played Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. We played indoors to 150,000 people. You know what that looks like? It's like a field of wheat, but hair. When you look at it, like, you can't even see the end of the audience.
Is there anything that you could think of that you would call a downside?
Actually, Alice has said this too, which I think everybody agrees was the kind of the breakup of the band, was that we never ever took time to enjoy the fruits of our labor. All we did was labor. We used to do 2 albums a year, plus one of our, the $1 Billion Baby tour was 90 cities in 3 months. And we had 1 day off in 90 days. We just said, we got to take a break, And then we did, and a couple of the boys worked on some other projects, and I was getting interested in videos and things like that, and we just drifted apart. The tightest, usually the tightest a band ever is when they're starving to death. It's like you're starving to, sure, I'll help you carry your bass amp up 9 flights of stairs, no problem, Then when you're making, $5,000 a week, pick up your own, take it yourself. I've had enough of your guff.
Have you stayed in contact with any other members, or?
Pretty much, yeah. Particularly Neil Smith, the drummer. We had a lot in common, being from Akron, Ohio. Learn how to fight dirty, I like that. And Mike Bruce, I talked to him. I see Alice and Dennis. Oh, Morrison, he was another kind of guy, Yeah, we used to hang out for days, and hanging out with him, wacko, we were out for about 4 or 5 days on a binge once, right? And he wakes up and he goes, I have to go to a photo shoot. I said, what? Photo he used to get zinked, man. Not platinum, zinked.
you know, and I said, well, I'll go to it. And he said, I don't have any shoes and I don't have a shirt. So, here, put this on and to hell with the shoes, you know. So on Waiting for the Sun album cover, where he's wearing a black sweater type thing, yeah, he never returned it. That was my sweater.
Frank Zappa. Anything to say about his passing?
Oh, yeah, that was a shock, a real shock. Well, we did 2 albums with him. He liked my guitar playing a lot. He had me play on a couple of his things, a couple of the projects he had going. So that was the biggest compliment I think I've ever had in my life. He was especially impressed when we woke him up at like 5:30 in the morning auditioning. Oh, he says, I said 5:30 in the evening, not in the morning. I says, well, we're here. What the hell? Let's do it. He says, oh, hell, do it. Signed us immediately. That was a good day. That was great. What a guitar player. Oh, what a genius.
Any plans for the future?
Well, the biggest plan I have is to get married as soon as I can to a wonderful lady. I've already met her, by the way. I'm not still looking. I met her already, so yeah, I know who it's going to be. A great lady. Iowa lady. Yeah.
So what brought you to Iowa?
I was living in Phoenix, and I met John Stevenson there. And he says, come out to Iowa and let's put something together, you know. Let's put some package together, you know. Sell it. Because I got some tapes of the way early. Oh, I got tapes of us doing Rolling Stones songs and Yardbird songs, you know what I mean? And way early songs that evolved and erupted into like other songs, you know, that we used on the albums later. So yeah, we're working on a package for that. So that's in the works there.
Thanks a lot, Glenn, for talking with us and being on our second edition of Just Testing.
Well, thank you very much. It's been my pleasure, man, and it's been nice talking to you.
Thanks a lot.
You guys are all very cool.
Thanks.
Doug working with you, for sure.
Our thanks to Glenn and to Dave Hoagland for that interview. It's time now for a look at upcoming concerts in our area. Blue Oyster Cult with original members and Nazareth Thursday, May 2nd at the Medina Entertainment Center. Styx is touring with Kansas. They'll be at the Mankato Civic Center May 22nd and the St. Paul Civic Center May 30th. And Kiss is back on the road. They'll be at the St. Paul Civic Center July 13th. This is a tentative concert, but definitely a good show to keep an eye on. And Steely Dan is even back on the road. They'll be at the Target Center August 4th. Another great event coming up is the Chippewa Valley Rock Fest going on at Cadott, Wisconsin. That's July 18th through the 21st, featuring the Doobie Brothers, Styx, Freddie Jones Band, The Romantics, Ted Nugent, Bad Company, Kansas, and now with Deep Purple. And now, another original tune by the Owatonna Rockers called Roadhouse, recorded live at the Office Bar in Owatonna, Eagle Picture Mine.
Just to give him a big
Roadhouse, cheers, and y'all oughta comes down and sees them.
All right, this is Roadhouse at the Office Bar in Owatonna, Minnesota. We want to say a special hi and thank you to Glenn Buxton, the original lead guitarist for Alice Cooper. Boogie on. That was a long to have some money. All that was such a long time ago. Now I'm working every day and every night, trying to save my money and my life. Working in this God-forsaken place, working in the eagle pigeon night, and moving down on the line. I'm moving down underground.
Thank you for watching Just Testing. We hope you've enjoyed it. We'll be back in just 2 weeks at the same time with a little more for you. If you have any comments on tonight's show, if you want some more information, or to tell us what band you would like to see, drop us a line at Lonesome Roadie Productions, Albert Lea, Minnesota, 56007. We'd love to hear from you. That's all for this edition. See you next time in 2 weeks. Have a great one, but please remember, don't drink and drive. See ya.